Welcome to Feed Dump, where I am a bit drunk. No, I'm bread. That's it, bread. I am a baguette. That means I'm long and I'm thin and I'm crunchy on the outside and occasionally soft on the inside, but mostly just hard and dead. Joining me this week is 7 Grain.
6 of them are wheat. One of them's dopey.
And Melon Pan.
Fun fact, neither I nor the melon pan taste like melons.
A California man survived for 3 hours in the back of a garbage van after he was picked up while he was diving around in a bin for his wallet.
Best Sesame Street cosplayer ever.
Why the hell would you stay in a garbage truck digging around for 3 hours in the first place?
Simple answer. The wallet was made out of non-recyclable fibers, and there's a hefty fine for mixing your recyclables with your non-recyclables.
He was looking for his wallet, Beej, because, his ID and all his bank cards were in there. Anyhow, so he's digging around this garbage bin when the garbage truck comes and picks him up and, does that flippy thing and dumps him into the actual, van part. And so he had to, use pieces of wood to clamber out of the trash to avoid the in-van compactors as more and more garbage was dumped on top of him. And he was only found after 3 hours of this when he was pooted out in the dump, and he was about to get, steamrollers to flatten it out, because that's what they do at the dump. The only upside? He was from YOLO, California.
YOLO's marketing campaign this year has been tight.
No, we're supposed to be making all the jokes.
I'm giving it all I can, Captain. Star Trek.
Does this mean Feed Dump is becoming self-aware?
If that's the case, the next story will be about some Florida man and somebody from the UK doing something stupid.
Trying to smuggle some sort of weapons into Canada, loaded with lizards who are
Pregnant with cocaine and shitting their pants!
Oh, well, I guess next story, then.
Yeah, I've only been doing it a couple times, but I got this Feed Dump shit down pat. Better sources for news, this hat, whatever, Feed Dump.
Hey! I can make you, and I will break you, as long as I have backup hosts lined up for the episodes I had you penned in for. And besides, our next story does not involve anything about Florida or lizards or cocaine, but it does involve a man doing something very stupid in the UK, where a pensioner phoned emergency services because he saw 2 foxes having an abnormally long sex session in his backyard. He was worried they were in distress.
Let me tell you what constitutes abnormal. First,
If your Volpe's erection lasts more than 2 hours, don't contact the police!
in all seriousness, how does he actually know it's abnormal? I mean, does he have a logbook? Has he been keeping previous records? Have they been changing positions a lot? Is there a little Fox 69 going on?
They seem to be going an awfully long time. Seem to be enjoying it. Setting a horrible example for younger foxes. I must phone the authorities.
Kids these days.
Why was he watching the whole time?
Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was watching a little bit, got bored, went and made a sandwich and came back.
Maybe it was more than one fox partner.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then you definitely call the police when there's a fox orgy on your front lawn.
Right.
In case you're interested, the foxes were having sex for about 20 minutes and the police were not interested in coming out of the call. And according to a nature expert, that's about normal for foxes. They're just sexy creatures, I guess.
I think you mean foxy.
Dateline Crawley, West Sussex, UK. Shoppers in terror after an Asda supermarket has been overrun with sparrows. Apparently they poop on the deli counter.
Ooh, so what you're talking about is an Asda with an abundance of avian asbos.
That's our word.
Asbo?
Asda.
Why don't they just get rid of them?
Well, they would, except they're a protected species under the Wildlife and Countryside Act of 1981.
Yes, because there's nothing more countryside than the pastoral abundance of the deli counter at Asda.
The hills are alive with salami meat chubs. Hey kids, we have a lot of fun here on Feed Dump, but don't try these stunts at home. After all, you may be like me and not be able to get out of this dress.
Wonder if they're still there.
What, the meat chubs?
So the sparrows. Who buys meat chubs? This episode of Feed Dump brought to you by Her Majesty's Meat Chub Council of the United Kingdom.
A division of Cheshire upon Meechlong.
Bird lovers, don't fear. They've brought in specialists to try and extract them.
What, like ornithologists?
No, Beej, we have to make jokes here on Feed Dump.
Oh, like cat ornithologists.
Yes. I'm an expert in animal fornication. I'm afraid that flock of sparrows is going to fuck that German salami.
That's why they call it a chub!
All right, that's about enough of that. I feel we've all learned something today about the sex habits of fox and Beej. But remember, until next time, there may be better sources of news, but they don't have this hat, which was hand-delivered by Jacob and comes from Ireland. And it's really nice. And it goes over my existing hat, quite jauntily. Double hat.
I wonder if they're still there.
What, the meat chubs?
What, the meat chubs?
That's why I did that!
Oh, the sparrow!
I want to do that, though! I'm not going to do it in the accent, but yeah.
Oh, I wonder if they're still there.
What, the meat chubs?
No, the sparrows! Who buys meat chubs?